start the screen recording. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the third seminar of ASPIRE4IMPACT seminars, which is media and digital marketing for FRC teams. We execute this seminar within the collaboration of 6 impact finalist teams, 1511 Rolling Thunder, 3990 Text for Kids, 5614 Team Sycamore, 6429 Fourth Dimension, 6652 Tigres, 6865 Montilla Metal. And welcome! As you know, we have the seminars every Sunday, 2 p.m. EST and 5 p.m. UTC. And this is our final FRC seminar. However, we have 3 more FLL and 3 more FTC seminars coming up. So keep in mind to join those seminars too. And just a quick reminder, these meetings will be recorded. However, your name and your video won't be displayed. But if you ask any questions, unmute yourself, your name will be displayed. These seminars will be shared on our social media platforms such as YouTube and Instagram. But if you have any questions, you can ask through the chat. And speaking of questions, please don't hesitate to ask. We are here to guide. And let's hear it from today's presenter teams. We have 3990 Text for Kids.
So hi, I'm Yasmin, and I'm from 3990. I'm Anna from 3990 as well.
Thank you. And we have 5614 Team Sycamore.
So hi, my name is Maya. I'm from Team Sycamore.
And I'm Natalie. I'm from Team Sycamore as well.
And we are Fourth Dimension 6429. I'm Jeden.
And I'm Eda from 6429.
And we have 6652 Tigres.
Hi, I'm Julio from 6652. Nice to meet you.
I'm Dylan from 6652.
Thank you. And we have 6865 Montilla Metal.
Hi, I'm Sarah. And hi, it's Yana. I'm lead mentor for 6065.
Thank you. And let's take a look at today's subtopics. And each team presents the subtopic they feel most confident at. So we can go ahead and start our seminar. So we have effective marketing strategies presented by Fourth Dimension.
I'll take it from here. Social media is one of the most important and efficient tools to showcase your team. And we have a couple tips on posting on social medias that we always try to follow. So with these posts about our projects and events, we always try to post them on days close to the project itself. That way you can showcase your project calendar better, and while posting about those, your descriptions has to be as transparent and as clear as possible, because there will be people who will learn about these projects through your posts, and those descriptions has to be as self-explanatory as possible. Also, through our social media, we try to post about our team's improvements to showcase our development throughout the season. This also benefits our sponsorships, so they can also get to know our development throughout the season. And we also try to we also post every day of the regional and champs competitions. We post about like our meetings with our like other teams that we have collaborated with, and also like sometimes with our sponsorships, and we always like post about those.
I will take the lead, and we have a website you can access through, like, if you write down fourth dimension FRC through the Google, you can access our website. And so here are the like significant points that we care in our website design. So first of all, when you enter our website, a video, like visuals and photos, will welcome you. So these kind of like visuals will probably like reflect your team's identity, and like they will like reflect your team spirit. And then we also tell our audience, like our the other teams, or like anyone from our community, we tell them about our outreach, like the projects that we have done, the events or initiatives that we have organized, so we can like uh, inform other people a bit more in a digital environment. And then we have our blog post called 4D blogs, and we share like different news stories about technology and environments, but most of them about like technological updates that like hot topics, as I can say. And then we of course try to like spread first mission and like spread first values in our website by informing other people about first events and like first vision actually. And then we, of course, thank our team sponsors by displaying their logo and name throughout all, divided into like all of the seasons, all of the active seasons that we have attended. And quick reminder, don't forget to add your contact information in case any like rookie teams or like any other team would like to contact you, even like possible financial supporters would like to contact you for a collaboration as well. You can like input your team's email or like your mentor's team number. So we have this video. I'm not sure if I can display it, but here's like the quick glance of the interface of our website. It's basic, and you can select the segments that you want to access through this little icons. And here's our impact video displayed in our main screen. And then we have another point, how to increase your team's visibility at important events. So team and project branding is pretty important to market your team, to increase your like team's prestige, and creating catchy names for your team projects. Like we use most of the time the 4 number presenting fourth dimension, like hands for bricks, engineers for future, that reflects our team identity. And we like to like team branding is an important point also. Like if you brand your team, I think it's key factor to keep and like it's a important point to like sustain your team. And managing online events, so we try to like manage online collaboration as much as we can, like seminars, meetings, and projects, like as we do right now, by exchanging ideas, experience, and stuff. So why we share our team's story and why we reflect our team identity. Yeah. And then we have been on press many times, like local press in our region, and we document this type of like activities in a document we call We in Press, to show other like judges, and to show the other teams the times that we have been on press. And we also like collected numbers. And then we have been on radio and TV programs where we share our team name, and under the team of first, of course, where we share our aim, our initiatives in local radio or like TV shows. And we have Mount in the middle presenting. Up next, media planning.
Hi, I'm gonna walk you guys through how we plan, create, and manage our team's media content. So, I want to talk about why planning your media content ahead of time is so important. First of all, communication is everything. As someone like in media, you need to stay in touch with your captain and your mentors, your build team, and basically anybody who can provide updates or help you capture content. Planning ahead also keeps your post super consistent instead of scrambling for last minute. You already know what's coming up and when it's going to come out. The consistency, it makes your team look more professional. It also makes you look like you know what you're doing. Another benefit of this is your sponsors are gonna get posted regularly. You're gonna shout your sponsors out every other week or every week whenever you plan because you're not like scrambling to do it. You know when it's gonna happen. And lastly, planning ahead prevents rushing. That's all for that slide.
Media.
Now that I've talked about planning, let's break down the types of content you might post across different platforms. Our team has a few core platforms like our website, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok, and our podcast, of course. Um, Website updates are great for like long-term things like your major achievement and your like big announcements and everything. That should all go on your website because people can go back to it and they can visit it as many times as they need to. While TikToks and Reels are little short, fun things to do that keep people updated on your team because they show up on your For You page whenever you put whenever if they show up on people's For You page whenever you post and it keeps you in the back of people's minds, you know. Um, Sponsor posts on Instagram and Facebook help maintain important relationships. Environmental posts like the one that our team does, um, they show community involvement. YouTube is amazing for podcasts, obviously our podcast, and then like behind the scenes vlogs, all that stuff. Um, Planning ahead, make sure you're not forgetting any of these platforms and that you're spreading information like through different platforms in a balanced way. Next slide. Brandon, branding, I would say, is one of the most important parts of media, with the goal being to make your content instantly recognizable. That means sticking to the same colors, fonts, and overall style across all your graphics. When someone scrolls past like a post and you have the same colors and the same style, they should know it's immediately yours. It's also important to use clear, high quality photos and videos, good lighting, steady recording, and clean backgrounds. These can make a huge difference in how professional your team looks. That's all. Thank you for listening.
Okay, so hello. We are Team Sycamore 5614 from Israel. And as I already said, I'm Natalie. I am the head of media in Team Sycamore and as well a part of the programming team.
And hi, my name is Maya. I'm the lead of our design team, and I'm part of our programming and electronics teams. So before we actually start our presentation, I'd like to just say what we're going to talk about. So we're just going to go over our design process and how we approach design, and specifically how we do it in Canva, because that's the main design software we use. So, yeah. All right. So why do we use Canva? So Canva is the main design software that we use, and there are a couple of main reasons for it. The very first reason is that it's really easy to use. So Canva has a very approachable interface. So it's really saves us a lot of time, like when teaching new team members how to use it. And in general, even if there are certain like features in Canva that you have never used before, I think it's pretty easy to understand what they do. And in general, it just saves us a ton of time, knowing how easy it is to use. The next point is it gives us really professional results, and this happens because of the next things I'm going to talk about. So Canva has this feature called the brand tab. It's basically like a folder that has all of your team assets in it. So it like stores all your team colors and all your fonts and logos, and it just saves us a lot of time when designing because it makes our process really organized. So like I don't have to think where I can get a team logo if I'm trying to design a poster. It's all right there. So it's really, really handy for us to use it. One of the things that Canva is most famous for is its huge library of elements. So basically we can just look up anything we want and it will be there. So again, saves us a lot of time. It's Canva, it's basically just like a Google Doc, so we can have multiple people working on a certain design at the same time. And it makes it really effective because if we need someone to like give up comments or change something small, it's really easy to do that. And basically, like if someone designs something and then there needs to be a small change made and they're not currently available, someone else with the Canva account of our team can do it. It has just like its huge variety of elements. It also has a really wide selection of fonts. And it helps us stay organized because we have like we divide our projects into different folders. So in general, it just helps us keep our design materials really organized. So these are just a couple of the key reasons we use it.
Okay, so as you can see here, it's a bit laggy. Yeah, so these are the types of materials we usually design in Canva. It ranges from outreach, social media, and judging materials. As you can see, the first thing here is our outreach activities book, which we design in Canva. Also, all our judging materials are designed in Canva, and also our impact presentation. All the things that go to social media are designed in Canva. Stories, like stories for Instagram sometimes, because Instagram doesn't offer a lot of features, so sometimes we use Canva. It's very easy on the phone, by the way, so it's very easy. As well as invitations for like a conference, like here, ASPIRE4IMPACT, or an outreach activity that we want to invite all the kids in our city for. And also thumbnails for YouTube videos, for highlights, for TikTok videos. All these things we design in Canva. So next slide.
Right. So now that we talked about what we use Canva for and why do we use it, we'll talk a bit about our design process and how we approach a new design. When starting a new design from scratch, it could be very intimidating to just look at that white rectangle and have no idea what to do from there. So we just divided it into a couple of general steps that we go by. So the very first step is to understand our requirements. So before approaching a design, we usually know what that design is supposed to be for. So we know what the message is we're trying to convey. We know what the purpose of our design is supposed to be and what our target audience is. So knowing these three things really sets us off. And like it sounds kind of silly, but we can understand the general vibe we're going for with our design. If we want it to be more professional looking, if we want it to be more fun looking, again, it really depends on our audience. So if, for example, we're doing an invitation for an outreach community, then we'll probably like include some really, really fun graphics. But if we're designing our like judging materials, we'll try to look a bit more professional. So that already gives us a general head start. So, yeah.
Okay, so the second step is setting our brand style. So basically, when people look at our design without knowing who we are, we want we want them to know that, yeah, this is Team Sycamore's design because of this greenish green. We're so noticeable, I know. So it's really easy to stand out. So that's why Canva really helps us. There's a feature of color palette that we use for all the colors that we use. There are different types of shades of green, of orange, sometimes yellow. Also, our FLL and FTC teams have the blue and purple colors, so we also use them. We don't usually use orange because orange and green sometimes don't go together, but still, we are supposed to use orange because it is a part of our team, so we really try. The fonts we use, we try to be consistent about our fonts, but we aren't. Our signature font is this one, it's the last one, Sycamore. It's like it shows in our logo, it's in our logo, but still we don't use it because it's a bit ugly. But we use Rubik, Intro, and Hibo, but we are not consistent about the fonts, and it's a problem, but we do use them almost always, because it depends on the design that we want to do. And also, we don't use non-serif. We don't use serif fonts. Serif are like with the things in the end, like Times New Roman. Like this is like not our style. Also, logos. I think it's like very known that you need to put your team logos there. So, like our logo and first logo, or maybe other logos, it doesn't matter. It depends on the design. And also, what I really recommend other teams is to have a signature wallpaper. Because we have a signature wallpaper. You can see it here in the background. It's the wallpaper we almost always use. But lately, because Maya joined the team, so she decided, no, this wallpaper is so boring. Like, no, ain't no way I'm using it. So she started a new era in Team Sycamore without this wallpaper, but I still use it because when we have this wallpaper, we have the base. And then the ideas just flow in your head because wallpaper is just like really important. So, yep, next slide.
All right. So now that we after like we made sure to include all of our branding, team branding, then the very next step is building the layout. So this is an example for a very general type of layout, for like a horizontal poster or whatever, but there are a couple of key concepts here that are relevant to every design. So the most important thing with design layout is to have a visual hierarchy. What that means is we want to organize our design in a way that the person who looks at it, his eye will naturally go through the design in the order that we want it to go through. So what that basically means is we need to organize things in our design by importance. So there are a couple of key elements in each design that we usually have. The very first one is logos. So logos are really important, but they're not the most important. They're usually not the point of the design. So almost always we end up putting our logos at the very edge of the design, either at the very top or the very bottom. It rarely happens, but sometimes we put them on the side. After the logos, we have our header. So our header is basically the very first thing that people notice when they look at our design. And usually it's like the most important thing we want people to see first. So if it's like an invitation for an activity, it will be the name of that activity or like a name of a presentation or etc., etc. And it's really important to make our header stand out, either using font size, so we make it really big, or make it in a different type of font, or change the color of the header to stand out from the rest of the design. But we just want it to be very obvious that it's the first thing we want people to see. And these three little rectangles, they basically represent everything else in our design. So it could be like paragraphs or pictures. So basically, what the different sizes are supposed to represent is that, again, we want to organize our elements in our design by importance. So we can either do that with changing the size. So like if I have three paragraphs and one paragraph is more important than the other, I can change the size of that paragraph or how much space it takes in the design. I can again play with the colors or add an outline, etc., etc. So again, the very most important thing is to really keep in mind the design hierarchy and really try to understand how a person with a brand new point of view will look at our design and how they will read it. And also, I wanted to include like a little tip here specifically for Canva. There's a really neat feature called Canva Rulers. It basically allows you to drag in like lines onto your design that help you align everything. So I really recommend looking into it. I use it all the time. So yeah.
Okay, so step 4 is my favorite step personally.
I'm
It's
sorry to
adding.
I'm going to interrupt. I'm so sorry. There are 3 other teams to present. We're almost out of time, so I think we should move on to Tech for Kids. Is that okay?
Can I just finish really quickly?
There's 6 minutes left in the whole
Yeah,
seminar.
I'll just do it in 1 minute.
Okay.
So basically, we want to make our designs for outreach activities childish. So that's why we use elements of kids with robots or kids with science experiments. Also, doodles. It really makes everything cuter, like the lines. And also the spotlight. If you want to make a design of a festival, like for example, we'll use the spotlights because it's the vibe. So that's it.
Okay, so hi, I'm Yasmin. I'm from Team 3990 Tech for Kids, and today we'll be presenting about social media management, and we'll be talking about Instagram's features since it's the social media that we use the most. Knowing your audience, distributing the work among team members, tips for good content, and partnerships for social media growth. So, as I said, we mostly use Instagram, so that's mostly what I'm going to be covering today. For Instagram's features, first we have Reels. Reels have the highest reach potentials, which means that Reels are the options that you would go for to attract an audience and keep it. Ideas of reels that you could post could include behind the scenes trends, but of course, you'd have to adapt your trends to robotics. You can match your posts to highlight, etc. You'd have to use relevant and trending audio. And with Tech for Kids, we have a motto when it comes to reels. The shorter, the better, because people get bored easily nowadays. And if you don't catch their attention within the first 3 or 4 seconds, your chance is most likely gone. Next, we have stories that are perfect for daily updates, quick polls, Q&A, and event hype. You could use stickers to quiz, ask me anything. We use a lot of countdown stickers too when there's an event that's near. They help keep your audience engaged, and in stories, interactive content is always fun. Next, we have carousel posts. We use carousel posts for recap pictures after a competition or when we want to show a week's worth of work, and all that without, of course, showing the robot. And fourth, we have highlights, and I think highlights are very useful to organize posts and stories per event. So if somebody goes through your page, it's very easy for them to find what they're searching for. Next, we have collaboration posts, and they're very useful to post together with another team, a sponsor, or another creator. And what's good about collaboration posts is that it's shared to both feeds. So your visibility will be doubled, and you will be able to reach both your and the other creator's audience with your message. And lastly, we have insights, and insights are stats, and they're super important to keep track of what works for you. So reach, saves, likes, retention, follower growth, and they help continue posting content that will help you reach the audience that you're searching for and keep it. Okay, so now I'm going to be talking about knowing your audience. So, two questions you have to ask yourself are who do you want to reach out to and why you're posting? So, it could be sponsors, FRC students, mentors, FRC teams, or you could want to gain new followers or more views. And examples of things you could be posting to attract that type of audience are, for example, sponsors. You'd have to post stats, projects, accomplishments, community involvement too. For FRC students and teams, it could be mechanics, trends, because we're all young people, um, design decisions behind the scenes, strategy, building processes. To attract mentors, it could be mechanics, events, or competitions to come. And to attract new followers, as I said, or more views, it's mostly about following trends and, as I said before, adapting it to robotics and showing how your robot or robotics in general is impressive and what's catchy about it and cool, and it allows you to promote robotics in a fun way by following trends. To gain followers, you'd have to appeal to other teams or communities who also share the same interests as you do. So now I'll let my partner Anael explain the second part of our presentation.
It is also important to distribute work among the members. The principal roles are photographers, YouTubers, Reels creator, and editors. First, the photographers, they capture the team members when they are working during competitions or when they travel. They also take pictures of the robot in action or not. Both are really useful and important. The YouTubers, they work, for example, on vlogs, competition recaps, or robot rebuild. They have to record horizontal videos and take horizontal pictures as well. And it's important to vary shots. The Reels creators, they work on short videos, ideas, and it's their responsibility to make sure the team follow the trends. And of course, it includes any kind of short video format. And finally, the editors, they are needed in all categories to edit photos and videos. Tips for good content. So whether you're a photographer, a YouTuber, a Reel creator, or just a team member with no specific role, if you take a picture or record anything, keep it and share it with the editors. Even if it seems as if it can be useful, someone else may see potential in it and it can even become relevant later in the season. It's also very important to get quality shots because it's gonna be hard to make a good video or a great photo if all you have is blurry pictures or videos, even after editing. Quantity is also important to give the editors a certain freedom of creativity. And do not reuse footage. Always try to bring something new to the followers in order not to bore them. Okay. Partnerships can also be interesting regarding social media growth. It gives more visibility since you have access to the partner's network and audience. It could double the number of views, for example. You also get a chance to upgrade your content's quality by learning from your partner. For example, our team, 3990, collaborated with two local artists. We developed a special edition logo for the Crescendo season in 2024, and they even worked with our junior team, 9406, to make the robot colorful, as you can see on the picture. We work with artists, but there are many other possibilities. You could partner with another team, a sponsor, or anything your team thinks of. So thank you for listening.
Hello. Well, in today's, we are going to talk about the art of being remembered. We know that in FRC there is like a big league. There's so many teams. So for us, it's like very important that the judges, the people, can remember your team when they saw your colors or uh, pet or other things. Um, So how we can do this? Well, in theories, we do it through the color consistency. Why this is very important? Well, though the user recall, the color is the first thing that the brand notices. So the consist colors allow judges to and scorers to identify the team instantly from a distance. And not only in social media, but also in t-shirts, in your robot, and what else? In the media that you upload, I don't know, in TikTok, Facebook, and other stuff. And also because it helps you to give you a perceived quality. A unified color palette communicates organization and discipline. As you can see here, we have like an example of how Tigres have its Instagram feed. As you can see, we try to use the same colors in all of our publications, and even if we can't add the colors, we try to make some references to our pet that is the tiger, or the colors and the font also. And the other thing that is very important for being remembered to other people is the visual anchors and the iconography. Uh, in this season, we decided to implement a new strategy that consists in making a pet. As you can see here, this is like a new pet that we designed that is like also a tiger, obviously, but with a designed different design which it tried to make equal the vibe of the team Tira 6652. And this is just like an idea. You can use other things like objects in the competitions, like hats or like pop created, and the mascot, obviously. And also, like we call it the silhouette test. That is basically creating a team looks recognizable even from far away in the stands. In Tigers, sorry, we try to our t-shirts be very yellow. So from the distance, is you can if you see like a yellow t-shirt, you can infer that it's like a Tiger member. And also like here in the image, these people are from here, are from the driver team. As you can see, they have like also references to the team. And all these like a small reference makes that the judges and the people that is like looking at the team can in the future when they see like the colors or the post on Instagram, they can remember the team in an easy way. And also the consistency, like obviously ensuring the mascot and the team props appear in all photos and videos.
Okay, and for last, we always try to have like a culture of support on the team. In which every competition, in every regional or in the worlds even, in every match that we are participating, we make cheers and we make specific chants that we have from before, and we try to make us heard with two main purposes. The first one is obviously to support the drive team while the match, and the other one is to take the opportunity to be like heard from all the people that is present on the place, like from all the um arena, and we try to be like pretty loud. And some other people's have told us before that, oh my God, your cheers or your chants are so good. We even heard you from out of the place, and that kind of things makes you have like an image, like it gives a message like that you really like your team and that you really feel your colors, that you really feel your identity, and we try to spread our roar from from all the places we can. To make this happen, to make sure that this happens, we have a specific group of competition that it's called Synergy Team. The synergy team are the people who leads the like all the images from the people who's watching, um and they also lead the cheers. We all the team that, even if you're like drive team or business team or marketing, on the competitions we always try to go even if we don't have like a specific role on drive team or in the building team, and we go to support, to spread the message, to spread the word. And um I think it gives like an image, like a good image from the team and from the people. And also we try to be like friendly. We try to talk to other teams, to make friends, to enjoy the competition and be like chill. And I think that's pretty good for the image, and indirectly it gets us more followers on Instagram and our social media, because I mean, out of FRC and your whole life, you follow on Instagram people who sit right to you. You know what I mean? You just to follow people of who you're a fan, or your friends, or you don't follow people that doesn't like to you. You know? So we always try to get this image that in which we are like um like you can talk with us anywhere you see us, and you're gonna probably have a good conversation, and the people of our team it's gonna be very friendly. And indirectly it gets us more followers because they remember, oh yeah, Tiwer is the people who was like who had big chance, and that, oh yeah, they're so chill and things like that. And they that gets us followers in every competition. We we get more followers from that, and I think that's pretty much it. Oh, well, thank you so much for listening.